on there on first down. Going to get him 5 up to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go play action. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A first down throw for Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think that teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. Remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Again, it's Cousins. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Room here to run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson out to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rolling to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And he's got some space here. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Able to fight through one tackle. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tucker's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they're going to be set up beautifully. A heck of a return down inside the 40-yard line.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
They'll roll him out right. That is caught by Thielen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Jackson looking to throw on third.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Jackson on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 7 yards the pick up there.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Jackson now. And this is caught. It's Brown. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three. 43 is the mic, boy. 43.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, it's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Jackson from the shotgun. On the move to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, it can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Cousins now. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Play fake. Cousins. Step, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Justin Madubuike. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll set them back 5. So a false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. On play action, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
From the red zone now, Cousins. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyler Conklin as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. And that makes it 14-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Dante Pettis now from his end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive
as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining.
He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
2nd and 4.
Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know that.
There he goes, right side. Past the 20.
Prime time, baby.
Touchdown, Vikings. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pettis now on the return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. It's a party now.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
45. Mike, 45.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, it's Edwards. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They go play action with Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is Jackson. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's caught and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. Touchdown! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pettis now on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
Now Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Joseph on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Throwing is Jackson.
Will find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Pettis now on the return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mike 6. Mike 6. Drop deep, drop deep. Quick dance. Come. 2.
Cousins here to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pettis now on the return.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he's got room. Him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Hey, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
Now Jackson steps away to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, they snap out of their doldrums and improve to 2-6 on the year.
And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you